Peace, everyone. How you doing? Welcome to Israel Doctrines Google Hangout at 5 o'clock. And the title is part two of yesterday's title. How could this bitch ever try to compete? Drama you must see. Now I got my copyright disclaimer up under section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. And we will be dealing with all those things today. And as you can see, this is Khalil Amani office. This is the video he made trying to conversate with me, which he's not able to do because he's not a man. It takes a man to deal with me. So what we're gonna do is make sure we get to the top. Make sure we get to the top. Hopefully it ain't no porn music.
What's good, everybody? It's Khalil Amani, Professor Khalil Amani, and this is Khalil Amani's World 100, where we can flex about our life and what we've done, our accomplishments. My. Israel Doctrine is so embarrassed on this Monday morning. Oh, yeah.
Now, where is it anyone saying I'm embarrassed? You can say, I believe Israel Doctrine is embarrassed. But this shows you at the beginning of the show, he's about to try to turn the conversation into something else.
Yeah. He's embarrassed. He put his foot in his mouth. He claimed that I had not been to California.
So he, grown as 65-year-old man, saying he beefing with me. I started a conversation with him, and the only thing he could talk about is he said I never went to California. If this ain't no bitch ass nigga shit, I don't even know what to say. I'm damn near embarrassed to even play this shit and talk behind this motherfucker. But I'm gonna play it and talk behind this motherfucker because that's what I gotta do.
He said I should put California on my bucket list. Y'all saw my last video. How embarrassing to claim that I should put California on my bucket list. And I went there and lived there for 7 whole years and got 2 technical degrees and a college degree. And I went to 2 elementary schools. Shout out to Driftwell.
So, elementary school. Now, I knew the fact that he went to San Diego State, which is in California. But I didn't know he went to elementary school, so he finna tell us a little bit about his life. I'm finna find out some more shit about his fucked up life. But like I said, he may not even be an American. He might be a German citizen.
And Los Pozos Elementary in Oxnard, California. But that's what bitch niggas do who don't know your narrative. And so I say to you all, if Israel Doctrine can get that wrong, the simplest of narratives, if he can fuck up the fact that he didn't know I lived in California, if he got that wrong, what do you think he's going to do with the rest of my life?
So, like I said, he go pick the most, I'm going to say, obscure statement I ever made and miss all the shit that I was talking about. I could spend a whole hour talking about him fucking his mama, and he said, I never lived in California. Boy.
And then the nigga said today that I graduated from San Diego State. I never graduated from San Diego State. But I did go to San Diego State for one semester. Actually, it was the semester that Marshall Falk was just about to leave and join the NFL.
So we was in San Diego at the same time because his freshman year he broke the school record. I was at the game and stuff. I used to go to San Diego State all the time. I never ran into no fucking colleague. But anyway, I don't give a fuck if you graduated or didn't. The fact is you did go there though, right? But like I said, he picked the most obscure shit to talk about. Well, he said I never went to California. Nigga, I talked about you want to fuck your mama and everything else. You ain't gonna address that though, right?
I really think that Pizzy's stroke got him fucked up. I know it. I mean, that stroke got him fucked up. What does one's childhood have to do with one's adult accomplishments?
Once you're talking about life, once you're trying to compare life, you came into this world as an adult, or did you come in here as a child after your mother and father had sex? And when did you start life? I know you started the Khalil Money life when you was like 26 or whatever, but there is a Lord Rodney Clark life, isn't it?
I mean, he said, "Where's your flex? Where your flex, nigga? Where your flex?" I flexed on that bitch nigga 4 times on my last video. And so now he wants to do a series about Khalil Amani. I know y'all will watch it, but you will watch out of intrigue and sheer, wow, this nigga is really lying on Khalil. I'm going to watch it too. We're all going to watch it. Just out of sheer, what's wrong with dude? That's what we're going to watch it out of. What is wrong with dude? Like, if we are talking about flexing, that ain't got shit to do with how somebody grew up. A lot of people grow up with some fucked up childhoods. And I gotta say, I had a great child.
Now, see, people, this thing is his life compared to my life. My life started in 77. His life started in 50-something or 60-something, whatever the fuck, maybe in the 40s. But he's trying to compare his life to mine. And there ain't no way we can come together and start comparing life unless we start with the conception. The day your mother and father fucked to create you. Your mama missed her period and said, "Ooh, I think I'm pregnant." 9 months later, you come out of better. She give you a name, you start life. That's where this race started, at least with me. And at this point, like I said, coming out of my mother womb and him coming out of his mother womb, it's no comparison. His mother and father lived all over Germany, all kind of shit. My mother and father started in Arkansas. My mother was trying to dump me off, either murder me in the womb, took me to Chicago and birthed me in Chicago. I grew up in the projects. Khalil probably never stayed in the projects, some barracks or something, but we got to go. So we done went from childhood to the 20s when he started dealing with the Yahweh Ben Yahweh cult. We just got through with the 20 to 25. He was in the cult for 5 years. So he started when he was 20. He got out the cult when he was 25. Now, all this is his saying. I don't know about this motherfucker life. Don't give a fuck about his life. So when 25, he got out the cult, became a drug mule and everything. Now we comparing our lives because I done dropped out of high school. I'm wearing Avirex and Timberlands and shit. I'm in Chicago, fucking other niggas' wives, all kind of shit. I'm wilding. And he's wilding. He a drug mule, fucking all kind of people. Now we on the same plane.
Good. Despite what he's trying to paint, I had a wonderful childhood. The few things I told you all about my childhood that were negative, those were just blips and bumps along the road of my childhood. But by and large, I had a wonderful childhood. Oh, yes, I did. I had a wonderful childhood. But he woke up this morning mad as a wolf. He did a whole 30 minutes trying to compare lives, and he never flexed. He never told us one accomplishment that he's done in life. You know why he hadn't? Because he's done nothing in life.
So he's trying to rush me through my life story. Remember, I'm starting at the beginning and I'm working my way up. I'm already saying that I'm gonna do consecutive shows and shit. So I'm gonna burn my conversation out in one show. What did I accomplish in life? I can tell you right now. My mother was dying of cancer. I took care of her because none of the other children would take care of her. Kept out of the nursing home. That's the only thing I ever accomplished in life. I ain't graduated school. I got some woman pregnant. She had a child. That's an accomplishment, but I don't really look at that like that because she ran off with the child. But take care of my mother, the only thing. Like I said, I've never had nothing for y'all to attack on YouTube with none of that shit. The only thing y'all ever had to attack was my mother because that's the only damn thing I ever gave a fuck about. Did you take care of your mother while she was dying? Did you accomplish that goal? When you get a chance, let us know.
He's done nothing in life. Nigga, if we are comparing lives, that ain't got shit to do about me walking in and seeing my mom having sex. Nigga, that ain't.
Is that not a part of your life, Khalil? Did you live through that? Did you walk in and see her having sex? I didn't ask you that. You came out here and gave us that information yourself. Saw her having sex, busting her pussy open, and you wanted to fuck the bitch. Yes or no? Am I lying on you? Or I'm telling the honest God truth.
I ain't doing nothing. Again, people, I know that you all are smart enough to know that if you want to flex about life, you got to show how you turned out, not about the shit that happened. He wants to go back and.
So he comparing his 65 years of life to my 48. If you done lived 20-something years more than me, you got more life to talk about. Hopefully you done something. I still got 20 years to go. I might not do shit with it. I might turn out to be some shit you never could imagine. But how you compare it? That's why I started all the way at birth. Got to where his mother died and he joined the cult. Married a woman, got her fucked by the cult leader and all of that shit. Hey, at this same age when I was growing up, fucking with the Bible and shit, I could have went the same way. I didn't go the same way. You can't compare your fucked up life to my life. Then, 20 to 25, you got out the cult. You start fucking up the black community by pushing dope from Miami to DC. Yes, and by making shit up. Oh, this is your life. And I'm just talking about my life. I ain't live a glamorous life, but I was doing what the fuck I wanted to do. I wasn't following no motherfucking man thinking he was God and all that. So we compare lives, bitch.
Bastardized me going in a cult. He got the timelines all wrong. He claimed I joined it when I was 17, 18. No, nigga, I was still in high school. He got everything all wrong. He tells me walking in on my mother having sex as though she showed me her having sex. What a fucking bastardization and miscontextualization of an event. Walking in and catching my mother having sex is different from her showing me she's having sex. But that's what he tried to do. He said she's showing me. But that was a small event. And I never held it against my mother, so that don't mean nothing.
But it was a small event that he seen his mother around another man dick in his daddy bed to the point that he wanted to fuck his mother? Meaning that in his household, him as a child wanted to fuck a grown up that was doing misdevious shit in their household, show you that their household have people that will fuck other members in the household.
Your doctrine. I know you mad, and I know you're embarrassed because you said I should put California on my bucket list, nigga.
Khalil, I don't want to talk about California. Why are you talking about California? You should talk more about your mother and how you wanted to fuck her and stuff, because you ain't addressed that yet. But anyway.
The next day, today, you say, I knew you lived in California. Well, if you knew I lived in California, why did you say I should put California on my bucket list of places to go and visit, bitch nigga?
Because I want you to respond back to what I'm talking about. I need to know you listen to me. I ain't got to say every motherfucking thing, right? But I know you listen.
See, I think that stroke really got you fucked up. I'm not laughing at your stroke, but I am laughing at your stroke because stroke victims shouldn't be out here trying to go toe to toe war words. You just shouldn't, nigga. You just shouldn't. But we're talking about flexing, flex your life against my life. You know what the bitch nigga also said? He said he was a love child, that his birth was a love child, and that me being born, I wasn't a love child. I was, maybe a mistake or some shit. But on the other hand, he says that when his mother got pregnant with him, being the last of the brood, she didn't want his black ass. She waited and waited and waited. She was trying to get up that money to get that abortion. I guess the daddy wouldn't help her. The father, Carl's father, he was going somewhere else doing whatever the fuck he doing. Whatever nigga knocked his mother up. She didn't have no financial help. She couldn't get no help from her sisters or, grandma,
What a way to bastardize and conversation. You never heard me say that shit. I just said she was trying to get rid of me. What up? My father didn't have no money. See, now you playing the game, but you running at the same time and trying to throw little jabs and shit. If this was Tyson knockout, you're afraid to get knocked out, man.
Carl's mother, she was struggling to get some money up because she wanted to abort Israel doctrine. He says that. I didn't say it. He says his mama didn't want him. How the fuck can you be a love child, a love baby, when your mother contemplated killing your ass? And the only reason that Carl Albert Davis is here today is because his mother was poverty stricken. If your mother had money, we would never know about a Carl Albert Davis. Think about that shit, nigga. Think about that shit, nigga.
Think about it.
The only reason that you are on this earth, Carl Albert Davis, is
because the Lord wanted me here to fuck you up and other fucked up niggas like you. But you won't consider that in your conversation. Tomorrow, when you respond, consider it and talk about
it. It's because your mammy was poor. Damn.
My family was poor. But at least my mommy did keep her underwear to herself, though. What did your mammy do?
Damn. And what was really fucked up about your mother, when you grew up, she told your black ass she didn't want you. That's some information your mother should have kept to herself. But she really fucked.
See, this is good. I like this because you're going into more conversation than you need to. You running from the fact we talked about all the shit, but now you're trying to go on my mother because you want to stab me in the heart and make me feel bad. I already told you, motherfuckers, to win in on my mother, that shit don't hurt no more.
with your mental processes. She really fuck with your ego. She really fuck with your maturation. What mother tells their child once they're old enough to understand shit?
Now, what age was I when she told me this? Since she trying to tell my story and bastardize and do all the shit because you saying I'm doing it to your story. Stop lying, bitch. What age was I when she told me this? Was I over 10 years old? Because at 10 years old, I left Chicago. So did she tell me this when I was in Chicago, growing up? You don't know.
Honey, you know I didn't want your black ass. I wanted to abort you. A matter of fact, I went to the doctor, and the doctor said I was too far along to have an abortion. Damn. What the fuck was wrong with your mother to tell you some shit like that? No mother should ever tell their child, nigga, I didn't want you. I tried to abort you. I went for an abortion, and the doctor said I was too far along in pregnancy to have an abortion. But I wanted to kill your black ass. Shout out to your mother, though. I said, shout out to your mother, though. Yeah, nigga. I know my last video embarrassed the fuck out of you. But I gotta explain this, nigga. I don't know why. I know my audience understands. If you want to go life for life, if you want to compare how my life turned out versus your life, then now's the time, my nigga, to flex. You see what's it? You see on the screen, I'm flexing, bitch, nigga. This is just part of my life. I'm flexing. But as we noticed in your first part of you kind of claiming that I can't compare my life to yours, you didn't show shit. You didn't tell us how great your life was. All you did was try to condemn my life. That's all. And my young life, not Khalil Omani after 30 years old, you tried to condemn. All your conversation was about a child, 10-year-old Khalil going up to about age 20, 25. But nigga, that's 40 more years you gotta.
I'm dealing with the correct timing because I started from the beginning. He don't appreciate it because the beginning of his life is fucked up. When he came to YouTube, the first time people heard him and seen him, he was a government informant, a lying snitch ass bitch in the community. That was his narrative. That's who he was. Guess who fought for that? Me and Dollar Skills. We had to deal with that because that's what he told the community. But he don't even talk about that shit no more. He started on Sonetas. He didn't start on the Israel doctrine because nobody want to give Israel doctrine any credibility for shit.
I said, you talked about the first 25 years of my life. But don't you know that the first 25 years of a person's life is all about trial and error, trial and triumph?
So remember, I'm only 48. So anything he know about me, 25 years ago, I'm still a young boy. I'm the nigga that he talking about he was with trial and error and all of that. But I don't get no sympathy for that.
Experimentation. Don't you know the first 25 so years of a person's life is about falling and bumping knees and, banging heads against the wall and figuring out who you are as a person, trying to figure out your politics, trying to figure out what you like in a relationship, trying to figure out yourself and your place in the world. That's what the first 25 years of someone's life is about. It's about making mistakes, my nigga.
So That's his excuse for going through them 25 years of life making mistakes. Where I'm from, they use terms like home training, meaning your mother and father trained you for 25 years on what to do and what not to do. I had friends that say, yes, ma'am, and yes, sir. I never said this shit because I didn't have no parents to teach me yes, ma'am, and yes, sir.
I said the first 25 years of a person's life is the most challenging. And that's why people like me in their 50s and 60s, when we talk about wanting to go back in our life, if we could start all over again, I've never met a person, say 50 years old and up, who says if they could go back in their life and start all over again, that they would start off as a 10-year-old. Nobody says that when they're 50 years old and up. Nobody says who's 50 years old, I'd like to go back and be a teenager. Nobody says that. Nobody at over 50 says, I'd like to go back and be 20 years old. No.
See, so I'm boring y'all with this long ass story because he's not talking about shit. I might have to deal with it again tomorrow or whatever, depending on what he said or what he do today. But I'm gonna put this link in here and allow the YouTube Street Queen to come into the building if she's still around and want to come into the building to see what she want to talk about. Hopefully, it's nothing crazy. But I'm gonna shut my mouth and listen. Peace, you on the show.
Hello?
Peace, you on the show.
Okay, so I just want to say something. I don't know why Khalil is saying my name. You told me as long as I wasn't around Israel, you would leave me the fuck alone. I haven't been affiliating myself with Israel doctrine, but yet you still out here serving for the queen. I'm not understanding what your obsession is. I think I do know. You just want me to respond to you. You want me to blow life into your channel. But I'm not gonna blow life into your channel. If anything, I'm just waiting on it to pile up so I can tear it the fuck down. In case you ain't noticed the reason why I ain't really been flagging. It's only 2 copyright strikes up there. I just need one more. Just one more. Hold on. So I just came up here to say that. I wanted to let y'all see that he's not a man of his word because he said it himself. As long as you messing with over there with Israel, you leave him alone and I leave you alone. Well, I've left him alone. So why the fuck is you fucking with me? So I hope you enjoy these little few minutes because I'm going back into my world where y'all claim that I'm not happy. I'm lying about all this. I'm living my life like it's golden. I'm at peace. I don't got time for this. I left YouTube for a reason. I gave it a break. So, like I told y'all, the last time I did my live, I was going to show y'all a happy person. A person that is content. One that don't come up on YouTube. Y'all are miserable. I don't care how much you paint this picture that you got this wife. You not happy. Because ain't nowhere in the world you will have time for me, Israel, or J Mike. You will be somewhere laying up with your wife, having a happy life. Now I'm going to show y'all how to be happy. And this is what you do. You disappear and enjoy your happiness. So that's where I'm going to go. That's all I got to say.
Okay. Peace out from. All right, so people, I don't see no use of playing that shit. He's not talking about nothing. Maybe he'll come a little harder tomorrow, because what he tried to change it to a whole nother subject and come up with, I ain't got time for this shit. So with that said, 5 o'clock hour, a little dull today. Let me see. I did have some other shit, but I need to go work on my thumbnail skills and all kind of, because I am a businessman. I do got a business. I am a thumbnail designer for anybody that want great artwork on the front store, the YouTube store. You know, the way you package something is the way people get it. If you just use the thumbnail from your video or whatever, they maybe never click on it. But with that said, I'm done and I'm out. Peace.